Imagine venturing into places where time seems to have stood still. Places that once teemed with life are now eerily silent. You can almost hear the echoes of laughter, cries, and everyday chatter, now replaced with an unsettling quietness. These are the abandoned places of the world, and they hold mysteries that beckon the curious and the brave. Abandoned places are more than just empty buildings or deserted cities. They are time capsules holding on to the stories of the people who once lived, loved, and thrived there. They are reminders of the past, stark in their stillness, yet rich with tales untold. Each peeling paint, each rusting hinge has a story to tell, a memory to share. But why are we, as humans, so drawn to these deserted places? Perhaps it's the thrill of exploring something that's been left untouched for years, stepping into a world that's frozen in time. Perhaps it's the utter silence that allows us to hear our own thoughts, our own heartbeat, in a way that the hustle and bustle of everyday life never does. Or perhaps it's the allure of the unknown, the chance to unravel the mysteries that these places hold. Some of these places were once bustling with activity, filled with the sounds of life, but now they stand silent, their stories only whispered by the wind. Some were grand, some were ordinary, but all have been left behind, their pasts waiting to be unearthed. But it's not just the past that makes these places fascinating, it's also the possibility of what lies ahead. What could these places become? Could they be brought back to life, or will they continue to crumble, slowly being reclaimed by nature? These questions, these mysteries are what make abandoned places so enchanting. They are a testament to the impermanence of our existence and the enduring power of time. They are reminders of our history and a hint at our future. Join us as we journey through time and space to explore the secrets of these forgotten corners of the world. Our first stop takes us to Pripyat, Ukraine, a city silenced by disaster. In the heart of Ukraine, nestled in the shadow of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, lies the city of Pripyat. Once bustling with life, Pripyat now stands eerily quiet, a silent testament to the devastating power of nuclear energy. Founded in 1970, Pripyat was designed as a ninth Atomograd, a city built to house the workers of the nearby Chernobyl plant and their families. Within 16 years, its population had swelled to nearly 50,000, making it a vibrant, thriving city. But the idyllic life in Pripyat was short-lived. On the fateful day of April 26, 1986, the Chernobyl disaster struck, turning Pripyat into a ghost town overnight. The city's inhabitants were evacuated, leaving behind a life interrupted, their homes, belongings, and memories abandoned in the wake of the catastrophe. Today, Pripyat stands frozen in time. The silence is broken only by the rustling of the wind through the abandoned buildings, the creaking of the iconic Ferris wheel in the amusement park that never saw its grand opening, and the haunting echo of a past life. The city's schools, hospitals, and homes, once buzzing with activity, now lay deserted, their walls whispering tales of a time before the disaster. The remnants of life are everywhere. Children's toys scattered on the floor, a doll's vacant stare from a dusty window, textbooks left open on school desks, a calendar still marking the date of the disaster. Each artifact tells a story, a silent narrative of a life abruptly halted. Nature too has reclaimed Pripyat. Trees grow through the cracks in the concrete, and wildlife roams freely among the city's empty streets, adding an eerie beauty to the desolation. Yet, despite the devastation, Pripyat has not been entirely forgotten. The city has become a destination for dark tourism, its silent streets drawing those curious about its history and the chilling aftermath of the nuclear disaster. Pripyat stands as a haunting reminder of the power and danger of nuclear energy, its streets echoing with silent stories. From a silent city, we move on to a deserted island, Hashima, Japan. Hashima Island, better known as Gunkanjima, or Battleship Island, is a symbol of Japan's rapid industrialization. Yet it's also a reminder of how quickly things can change. Once a bustling coal mining facility, today it stands eerily silent, a ghostly shell of its former self. In the late 19th century, Hashima was teeming with life. The Mitsubishi Corporation had set up a coal mining operation, and workers and their families flocked to the island for employment. To accommodate the growing population, Japan's first large-scale reinforced concrete buildings were constructed, a testament to the country's industrial prowess. At its peak, Hashima was one of the most densely populated places on Earth, with over 5,000 people crammed into a space just over 1 square kilometer. Imagine a city compacted into an area slightly larger than a football field. The island was a self-contained metropolis boasting schools, hospitals, shops, and even a pachinko parlor. But as Japan's reliance on coal waned and petroleum took over, the mines closed down. In 1974, the last of the residents left, leaving behind a concrete ghost town. The once bustling streets fell silent, and the apartment buildings devoid of life became haunting reminders of a time gone by. Today, Hashima is an eerie time capsule. The decaying concrete structures battered by the elements stand as silent witnesses to the island's history. The isolation of the island only adds to the sense of desolation. Yet, there's a strange beauty in the decay, a testament to the resilience of nature as it slowly reclaims the island. Despite its haunting appearance, Hashima draws curiosity seekers from around the world. In 2009, it was reopened for tourism, offering a glimpse into a forgotten chapter of Japan's history. But a visit to the island is not for the faint-hearted. The ghostly apartment buildings and the silence that engulfs the island can send a chill down the spine of the most seasoned traveler. Hashima Island, a concrete ghost town, stands as a stark contrast to Japan's bustling cities and serene countryside. Next we travel to Belgium, home to the lonely Château Miranda. Known also as Château de Noisy, this hauntingly beautiful edifice stands as a silent testament to a bygone era. First, let's delve into the history of this fascinating place. The castle was built in the 19th century by a French family fleeing the revolution. It was designed in the neo-Gothic style with its characteristic pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses. During the tumultuous times of the Second World War, the castle served a purpose far removed from its original intention. It was repurposed as an orphanage and a home for children whose lives were ravaged by the war. Fast forward to the present day, Château Miranda stands in a state of decay, a ghost of its former self. The grandeur of the past is slowly being eroded by the relentless passage of time. The once ornate interiors are now crumbling, the walls are peeling, and the grand staircase is slowly succumbing to nature's reclaiming touch. Yet, in its decay, Château Miranda has gained a new kind of beauty, a strange allure that makes it a magnet for explorers and history buffs. The castle, with its towering spires and intricate stone carvings, seems to rise out of the surrounding forest, an eerie spectacle. As the wind whistles through the broken windows and rustling leaves, it adds to the eerie atmosphere that has come to define Château Miranda. Though abandoned and in ruin, the castle remains a significant piece of architectural heritage. It tells a story of resilience and transformation, from a family home to an orphanage, and now an icon of decay. Château Miranda, a decaying beauty, whispers tales of a time long past. Now, we journey to the United States, where the Waverly Hills Sanatorium casts long, dark shadows. Tucked away in the rolling hills of Kentucky is the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, a 5-story brick building that bears the weight of a grim history. It was built in the early 20th century, at a time when tuberculosis was rampant and the world was desperate for a cure. Waverly Hills was designed as a haven, a place where those afflicted could find treatment and, hopefully, a return to health. But the sanatorium was not always a beacon of hope. It was here that thousands of lives were lost to the unforgiving grip of tuberculosis. The halls, once filled with the hopeful chatter of patients and the hurried footsteps of nurses, now echo with a haunting emptiness. The rooms, where patients rested and dreamed of healthier days, now lay abandoned and forgotten. The death toll was so high that a tunnel, known as the Bodie chute, was used to transport the deceased out of the hospital to avoid lowering the morale of the other patients. Imagine, if you will, the chilling sound of a gurney rolling down that dark, narrow passage, carrying yet another victim of the dreaded disease. Today, the sanatorium is a hotbed of reported paranormal activity. Visitors have recounted eerie occurrences, such as unexplained sounds, sudden drops in temperature, and even apparitions. The chilling atmosphere of the sanatorium seems to resonate with the echoes of its past, creating an environment that is as intriguing as it is unnerving. But despite its haunting reputation, there's an undeniable allure to Waverly Hills. It's a tangible piece of history, a stark reminder of a time when a single disease brought the world to its knees. It's a place that, despite its dark past, stands as a symbol of humanity's resilience in the face of adversity. Waverly Hills Sanatorium, a place where laughter has been replaced by an eerie silence and a chilling sense of dread. Finally, we arrive at Bodie, USA, a ghost town frozen in time. Nestled in the hills of the Sierra Nevada, Bodie stands as a stark reminder of the transience of riches. a place where the echoes of a bygone era are as tangible as the weathered wood and rusted metal that make up its structures. Bodie's tale began in the late 1800s when gold was discovered in its hills. Word spread like wildfire, and soon, thousands flocked to this remote corner of California, driven by dreams of wealth and a better life. At its peak, Bodie was a bustling metropolis, boasting nearly 10,000 residents and over 60 saloons, a testament to the wild and boisterous spirit of the gold rush era. But as the saying goes, all that glitters is not gold. As the gold veins ran dry, so too did the town's fortunes. The dreamers and fortune seekers moved on, leaving behind a town that was a shell of its former self. By the 1940s, Bodie was officially designated a ghost town. Yet, despite the passage of time, Bodie remains remarkably well preserved. Walking its dusty streets, one can't help but feel a sense of stepping back in time. The buildings, though weather-beaten and worn, still stand proud, a testament to the determination and resilience of those who once called this place home. From the old Methodist church to the weathered facades of the miners' cabins, every corner of this ghost town whispers tales of a time when gold was king and Bodie was its court. In its silence, Bodie speaks volumes. It's a monument not just to the gold rush, but to the human spirit, to the dreams and aspirations that drove thousands to this remote corner of the world, and to the fleeting nature of wealth and prosperity. Bodie, a town where the gold rush has long since faded, but the echoes of the past remain. From silent cities to deserted islands, lonely castles to abandoned asylums, we've traversed the globe uncovering the secrets of these forgotten places. Our journey began in the silent city of Pripyat, Ukraine. Once bustling with life and laughter, it now stands silent and desolate. An eerie monument to the unpredictability of life, Pripyat is a chilling reminder of a once thriving community, abruptly silenced by the cruel hand of fate. From the silent city, we ventured to the deserted island of Hashima, Japan. Once a symbol of industrial prowess and human determination, it now stands desolate, a silent spectator of the relentless march of time. Hashima's deserted buildings and empty streets echo with stories of a time when it was a bustling hub of activity. Our journey then took us to the lonely castle of Château Miranda, Belgium. This once grand structure, filled with tales of nobility and opulence, now stands abandoned, slowly succumbing to the elements. Its crumbling walls and deserted halls bear silent testament to its former glory, a haunting reminder of the ephemeral nature of human achievement. From the lonely castle, we found ourselves in the abandoned asylum of Waverly Hills Sanatorium, USA. Once a beacon of hope for those afflicted with the scourge of tuberculosis, it now stands as a chilling symbol of our struggle against disease. Its empty corridors and deserted rooms whisper stories of hope, despair, and the relentless pursuit of healing. Our final stop was the ghost town of Bodie, USA. Once a thriving mining town, it now stands frozen in time, a haunting snapshot of a bygone era. Its deserted streets and abandoned buildings serve as a stark reminder of the transient nature of wealth and the relentless march of progress. Throughout this journey, we've been captivated by the allure of these abandoned places. They serve as a stark reminder of the impermanence of human endeavor and the inexorable march of time. Each place holds a unique story, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. These deserted landscapes, once teeming with life and activity, now stand silent and desolate, their stories echoing through time. These abandoned places teach us about history, about humanity, about the relentless march of progress and the inevitable passage of time. They remind us of the transience of all things, of the fleeting nature of human endeavor. They serve as poignant reminders of our past, our struggles, our triumphs, and our inevitable decline. As we conclude our journey, we're left with haunting images and lingering questions, reminders of the mysteries that lie beyond the beaten path. These abandoned places, with their eerie silence and desolate landscapes, continue to captivate us, drawing us in with their unique stories and haunting beauty. As we conclude our journey, we're left with haunting images and lingering questions, reminders of the mysteries that lie beyond the beaten path.